When you come from the struggle and you do it the right way, and by right way I mean, keep everything authentic, never stepping on your fellow man, never doing some shady snake stuff, to put your brother or sister down, never down at anybody, never taking a meal out of any man's mouth, just keeping everything all the way 100% authentic. Man, that's some real stuff. And by struggle, I mean syrup sandwiches. You can have new Nikes and Jordans at the start of the school year, or probably not ever, you know what I'm saying? You wearing hand-me-downs, hand-me-overs, whatever, because mama can't afford that type of stuff. All she can afford to do is pay bills. So you didn't have an equal opportunity as the rest of the people who was on, the racetrack to make it to success, but you still made it there. And you surpassed a lot of people who had ample amount of opportunity. But you achieved that coming from nothing. You're the flower that bloomed out the concrete. You're an anomaly. You're just different. You built to make it out of whatever situation you were in. A survivor. You was just made to survive naturally. No cap. But with that being said, kick that intro for me one time. Believe it.
Rock with me. Look, you can judge me off my resume, as clean as a whistle, real to the gristle. And I vow to keep a G code till my dad dismissal, too official. I just witnessed my cousin walk off a nickel, went down again, the judge and tripled up on the sentence system. Cause as long as you black, it don't make no difference. Keep a G. My only advice is stay on the swivel. Simple. I just doubled my profit and made a triple. Middle. I just pray that they let my dog out the kennel. I remember, and that cell get colder than that December. I remember, janky promoter, public defender, they pretended. So all that fake love return to sender. I'm a sinner, but they put my life in a blender. Hold up.
That's Compton TG. That's my boy right there, man. I had to put him on the beginning, man, to get y'all ready for this vibe we finna get on. So I hope y'all ready, man. We finna rock out, man. We finna undig some archives and dive into a few things. We got a lot of topics on the table and whatnot. So make sure you like this video, subscribe, ring that bell icon, share that video. You know what I'm saying? Do all that, man, to show your boy some love, man, to show me that you really rocking out with the platform and whatnot. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Drop a comment, hit me with that believe that. Let me know you all part of the gang and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man. Pretty much my boy Compton TG and Teezy pretty much reunited and whatnot. They did that song together, Gang Wars, Blue Devil, and a couple others, man. They had that crazy killer horror duo together and whatnot. So yeah, they got back together, linked back up, and pretty much was having them like a listening party or whatnot to one of their old songs. Show y'all the little clip. But overall, man, we're gonna dive into everything. So let's get to it. Believe that.
Ass gang or nothing on the dead homies. A million ass on the back of the dead on jail. Reason why I move mine is I move by myself. I can't afford a crime. A couple people, we don't give them the business. They got people slingshot like a business to miss. Got a 40 in a backpack. No, it's not a rap cap. I sit borderline. I got a light like Snapchat. Mafia. Everything mafia. 40 cal leaving banking like sloppy. Flip ball behind 10 in a Honda. Actually, where a credit for that.
That's Mafia Thing with Compton TG and Teezy. Y'all go check that out, man. That's real pressure stuff, man. They dropped some real heat on that one. But let's get to the video, though. All right, we got a call home for that boy Lit Yoshi, and this was like the first time we really seen Lit Yoshi in a while. As you can see, he got a bright, big smile on his face. We'll let you know he not worried about nothing. He consistently thinking every day like, I'm beating this, so keep the boy in your prayers, man. You know, he facing a lot, got a lot going on and whatnot. So definitely keep Lit Yoshi in your prayers. He looking good, you know, smiling, you know, looking like, you know, everything's fine and everything's, you know, going right. And as you can see, G baby mama went ahead and shared the picture and said, I love and miss you so much, Lit Yoshi. So yeah, man, free that boy Lit Yoshi, and we're gonna come back to TBG a little bit later. I really want to dive into this topic like ASAP. You feel me? So yeah, let's get to it. Deldridge Robinson, aka BBG Block, or as he calls himself, Big BBG Block, is the brother of BBG Tyler, which is the youngest, and the middle brother of BBG Baby Joe. I said middle, not little, to the ones who think I said little. He is the oldest. He's the oldest brother. Now, he's currently in a penitentiary, and he's doing a lot of time due to a murder that happened back in 2012 to a guy by the name of Travis Holland. And this is Travis Holland right here. He was suspected to be with another suspect, and the story goes as said, him and another suspect were basically out one night, late at night, and were looking suspicious after a call about an M1 was already made. So the police stopped them, and they pretty much, you know, figured, you know, to question him. You know, they questioned him, took him downtown and everything, called his mother, you know, and asked his mother to come down because at the time, Deldridge Robinson, or Block, was a juvenile, so he could not be questioned without his mother. So his mother told them, you know, Bambi Robinson, or Baby Robinson, she said that she would be down there in a second. She was going to try to find a ride. Some time went by and she never came. The police ultimately tried to continue calling on her. She never came. So, you know, they put up, he released his memorandum. They read him his memorandum rights, and pretty much, you know, went ahead with the interview, went ahead with, you know, the questioning. And pretty much BBG Block stated that, you know, he was just out walking, you know, came across a friend and called him G, and basically stated that, you know, G was, you know, out. He was known to have guns, always carry guns. He just had a gun, you know, the last time that he had seen G. And, you know, G was pretty much out, you know, and that he really don't know not much about G. He don't know him like that. You know, he was just out with a friend. Now, the statement that was made by, you know, the victim's wife or girlfriend, you know, Travis Holland's girlfriend, was that, you know, she was at home with their newborn baby, as you can see in this picture, and she had noticed, she had seen Travis coming in the door, and he was looking like kind of hostile. And next thing she knows, you know, he's yelling while two men are standing behind him. He's yelling, call the police, you know, and things got a little bit physical. He was saying call the police, that he was getting jumped, and it got a little bit physical. Next thing you know, pretty much gunshots go off and Travis Holland is fighting for his life. You know, that's pretty much the basis of the whole story. Stem root of what happened with the BBG Block situation. You know, as you can see from the news report that the Advocate put out, you know, and multiple other reports that, you know, spoke about it. Now, one of the most frequently asked questions that I do get about BBG Block is how many years does he have? And the thing is, the consensus is, it's multiple things that tell you, you know, multiple different things. But the one very vibrant, consistent thing I've heard was, you know, he initially got 41 years. Now, after what Block has shared to his new page about, you know, the changes that are consistently being made within, you know, the legal system, jurisdictional system, you know, prison industry and all, you know, those different things, it's always constantly changing. So what he put out was about how he could eventually be out and not too long, you know, as you guys can see from right here. And it says pardon/parole provides relative to parole in decrease GFX-C note. It's HB 145. And in his caption, you can see he says, I don't be capping, I'm on my way home. So that leads one to think that, you know, he knows something about a certain law that has been passed throughout the system that could potentially see this man walk free and come home. And I know what you guys are thinking, you know, for him to be 16 years old, that's one thing we got to put out there. He was 16 years old when this occurred, and him not be charged for juvenile life and actually be tried as an adult is pretty messed up. But as you guys can see in this particular post, which was, you know, just describing what he shared the first time with the new laws that have been passed that could potentially see him be free. Basically, it says, you know, this is a provision that states that, you know, anybody who committed an armed robbery case before July 1st, 2008, and not otherwise ineligible for parole, they shall serve at least 65% of the sentence and opposed before eligible for, you know, being paroled, basically, you know. So he goes on to state at the bottom, you know, support y'all people, all your votes matter, you know, so make sure you vote, because getting the right person in office could potentially see a lot of y'all peoples being freed. You know, so that's one of the things that you guys should look into. For everybody who's been asking me about when BBG Block could be freed, it could be sooner rather than the latter. You know, it could be anytime soon. But I've heard that, you know, the consensus said, you know, it's around 41 years that he's looking at and that he's facing. Now, one thing I do want to definitely touch on when it comes to BBG Block is the fact that, you know, the biggest thing that is stated on his name is that BBG Block is a rat. Now, BBG Block, to me, in the case, I wouldn't say, you know, that he came out and flat out ratted about the whole situation. I wouldn't say that. But what I will say is, I wouldn't say he's a rat, sort of say, as far as getting somebody clinked up and locked away. What I would say is that his statement of saying that G carried around pistols and packed pistols, you know, gave a question mark, you know, to that other man, and was a little bit too much that didn't need to be said. Now, you got to remember that this man was 16 years old in a situation by himself and was pretty much scared. Now, we do understand that when you sign up for that lifestyle at 16, you should know not to talk to the laws, but honestly, you know, he slipped up and let a bit too much out. Now, is that something that can get the man convicted? No, it's not. So overall, saying that he's a rat is not true, because he didn't get anybody convicted. Now, I was with the consensus, you know, because of all the stuff that I was hearing, but actually diving into the case and seeing it for myself, I see that, you know, he's not a rat. He is at fault for actually speaking too much and talking too much, but ratting, he did not do. Now, did he actually dry let some words out? I wouldn't even call it dry snitching, but he actually let some dry words out that could have potentially led to a lead. Maybe, you know, that's questionable, but as far as being a rat, no. Now, what do I think about BBG Block's character as all? I think BBG Block is a humble dude who realized what he did wrong and is very remorseful for it. I feel like, you know, prison actually grew him up, and the way he really presents himself and goes about things, you can really tell this dude is a genuine dude. Like, he ain't no buster, you know what I'm saying? And from all the stories that goes on about Block and how he was rocking in prison, he seems to be a stand-up guy, you know. I don't know the man personally and don't have nothing towards him, you know what I'm saying? All I can say is, you know, the man just seems to be a stand-up guy, and he seems like he does what he's supposed to do as far as, you know, what's going on in prison. You know, his name is very credible, comes back solid, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, much respect on that note, you know what I'm saying? And if anybody who don't believe that Block isn't a humble dude, you really need to go back and like review him, and you'll really see how humble he honestly is. Like, dude just takes all the blows on his chin and keeps rolling with the punches, and that's one thing you gotta respect. Now, I'm not saying it in a way of that he don't clap back, because he most definitely do, and he will get, you know, on one when he feels like, you know, he's getting pressed. And I'll show y'all these clips to let y'all see exactly what I mean.
Gotta get on here talking all this gangster stand over and talking about please. Ain't no sympathy for no man. You tripping, man. Just make sure your mama got life insurance on your stupid so you don't leave without bills.
Yeah, man, look, man, I'm just, you know what I'm saying, speaking on this issue with this, TT, with this rap, he talking about the high people and all this. Man, live, man, you know what I'm saying? It's different when you speaking on opinions, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. I just feel my core back there, man, like, come on, man. Why does he tweet? Why does he tweet? Why does he block? Because you was a gangster. Come on, man. And I ain't
Now, you can see exactly how humble he is, because even in his moments of flashing out, he's still saying some humble stuff that shows you that this man has a soul. Him saying that, you know, in beef, if you lost your life, make sure that you have life insurance. That way your mama don't have to worry about burying you. Your mama don't have to worry about all that money, you know, because he's still thinking about, you know, the humble approach, you know, just being humble all around in both of those clips while flashing out. You know, that's something you normally don't see, especially from dudes who really aren't, you know, good dudes, good people internally, you know what I mean? But honestly, man, when I give y'all my overall perspective of the BBG Block situation, I would say that, you know, he's not a rat. He's just a youngin who was placed under pressure and said something he shouldn't have said. But did it lead to a conviction? I think not. And the fact that, you know, he didn't give a name that was, you know, worthy enough for the laws to lead to an arrest, I don't think that, you know, he's guilty of snitching on anyone. So we can go ahead and throw that narrative away. But yeah, man, y'all let me know what y'all think about this whole situation. I'm gonna try to get Travis Holland's family members to come on here and speak, you know, on their behalf, bring up the full paperwork from their side, and, you know, what the DA said about everything. I'm in the works of speaking to his people right now, so hopefully, you know, I can get that information to y'all. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the next one though. Believe that. Next up, we got that man Bang Biz, One Theezy, my boy One Theezy, man. And he pretty much showing y'all a snippet to his new song, Street Life. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comment section. Let me know if y'all think it's heat or if y'all think, you know, it's not. I think Theo did a great job on this song, but I don't want to influence y'all. I want y'all to give me your own thoughts on that. So let me know what y'all think, family. Believe that.
All phone calls are subject to monitoring and recording.
I'm Lit Yo-Yo, I'm still hopping out the photo. All of my life. I'm in the studio, man. All of my life, I've been thugging under the street lights. Asking the Lord to help me change my ways. I see so many fall to the grave. I see so many fall to the cage. I've been thugging under the street lights.
Then of course, One Theezy shares the picture of that boy Lit Yoshi, and also goes on to talk about how him and his boy was locked up and they was rapping to each other, and now he's actually pursuing it. Then he says, you know, basically he'll never hurt himself mentally. He don't care about, you know, when he lose people, because he know that he did his best to keep those people around. It was always real to them. Now, one thing I'll say about One Theezy that I honestly respect is the way that he's moving and showing his youngins, you know, how to move properly. You know, basically telling them to calm down, you know what I'm saying, and standing on pressure himself. Anything he feel like needs to be handled, he gonna handle himself, you know, allegedly. Let me throw that in there for all the extras. Y'all know how it goes. But on the cool, this man's, man, he really out here making TBG look good, staying in the studio, like this says, in the studio tonight, seeing beats. He's staying there, you know what I'm saying? He focused, he driven, and he's moving them in the right direction. He's showing, you know, the legal system, you know, the people that's watching them, we're not worried about any street stuff. We worried about getting to this paper. We worried about, you know, running it up, you know, the proper way, and not out here doing all the extras. You know, this is what this message sends, when they all moving as a unit properly to come up. And that's something that I respect One Theezy for standing on. And yeah, man, that's something they all gotta follow suit for. Now, Fredo Bang's other brother, Louisiana Hood, said, if you a DJ and don't have your email or DM, you don't have my email, DM me your email in the Fredo Bang Murder Made Me service pack. You know, basically he gonna send a service pack, and they still out here hustling. The hustle don't stop just because Fredo Bang's gone. And that's when you know you have the right unit around you, when everybody's still driven and focused to get the paper, even though, you know, the main man in charge, the main man, you know, that's getting it is gone. Now, another thing I want to say is, shout out to that boy, you know what I'm saying, baby head youngin, y'all know who that is, Lil Ivy Jr., you know, for understanding the time and what's needed of him right now, which is him focusing on his career and progressing. and he's really, really talented. You know, he really got bars and he really doing his thing, man. And now this cover photo right here, you know, as you can see, it got Lil Ivy, you know, Lil Ivy, his daddy, senior, on here. Then it also, you know, got multiple other artists, including Fredo Bang and Lil Ivy Jr. in the middle. And he's letting it be known, you know, the Don's son, the legacy must continue. I love that part. I love that he understands that the ball is in his court, man. You see Lit Yoshi sitting there right next to him and whatnot. I love that he sees the ball is in his court and it's time for him to stand up and make that slam dunk and take them, you know, to the promised land. You know, Fredo Bang already gave the alley-oop and they right there, you know, with his daddy initiating, lifting him off the ground. You know, G Money utilized his back, you know, to go ahead and set that screen, utilize his chest and back, you know, all that. And then that boy Cleezy 5 initiated, you know, the picking up the broken pieces. Fredo Bang threw the alley-oop, and now it's time, you know, that Lil Ivy Jr. make the slam dunk. You know, Lit Yoshi tried to do it, got into legal problems, but hopefully he gets out of that, you know, and he can still make something happen. But it's up to you, Lil Ivy, to bring it into the future and make something, you know, really occur. So shout out to that boy for understanding the times and what's going on. And I really respect, you know, how they are all getting it together. You feel what I'm saying? But with that being said, y'all go ahead and make sure y'all share, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already done that. Help your boy go up, real talk. And let me know your comments on this down in the killer section. You feel me? Like I told y'all before, I'm the best one doing this. Ain't nobody doing this like we doing this, you know. Everybody got you know, they style that they all copy off each other. Everybody rock the same way, but we different. We real. We stand up. You know, we ain't on no BS. We ain't trying to be like nobody else. We're going to be who we is. You feel me? So make sure you tapping in with that if you like individuality and you like your voice to be heard. Because on here, everybody voicing it is important, you know, and that's just all facts. I'm going to make sure that, you know, whatever y'all say, I respond to. Whatever y'all got going on is always going to be important to this platform. Y'all the ones that make this platform possible. So I definitely appreciate y'all, you know, for rocking out with the channel. And if you really rocking out with us, make sure that, you know, you drop the like, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, and also make sure that you comment away. You know, blow that comment section up. Make sure you bomb it. You feel me? But on the cool, man, I love y'all, family. Peace and blessing, kings and queens. And with that being said, I'm out. Believe it.